Hello there, my topic for today, stop helping people and start becoming profitable. Now that sounds pretty tough, right? Stop helping people. I mean, really, it doesn't sound the right way to go about business, right? And if you know me at all, that's not really what I'm trying to tell you. Let me explain this a bit. I put that title in place deliberately to try and get your attention because sadly, there are many people right now online who have a heart-centered approach, who are doing things from all the best intentions in the world, and they are helping and caring for their potential customers and clients, but they're going out of business in a hurry. Okay? They are going out of business quickly. In fact, if not, they're already broke now. The problem is not the helping, it's the how you help and when you help. There's a critical thing about this. Be careful. I want to share with you in this video what that's all about. Because if you help the wrong way, you're going to be out of business. If you're out of business, everybody loses. You lose, your potential clients lose, everybody loses. All right? And the other thing to remember is this. Prospects are a tough bunch. Some of them are uncompromising. Some of them are just tire kickers. Some of them are just take, okay? And they'll use you and abuse you if you give too much. I can tell you, I'll share a quick story about that in a minute. My name is Beckenham, the village marketer, and as always, talking to you from my little Thai village, way up near the Cambodian border. And today's a bit of a serious topic because I am concerned for some people who truly have the right intentions, but are going broke trying to help people. What I'm on about is this. By all means, you can give tips and advice away and things. I do that every single day. Most of you probably are aware of that, right? I give these things away, okay? And the idea of that is to not try to solve people's problems. There's just a little tip, right? I'm not solving problems. All I'm doing is building my brand to a certain extent and maybe my reputation. That's all, okay? So that type of give me away help doesn't matter. But interesting enough, by the way, there are quite a few people who are always there quickly saying, yes, Peter, please, I want a copy of X, Y, and Z. You know what? I never even get a thank you. Never. I mean, it doesn't worry me anymore, to be quite frank, because they're the ones that are losing. These people are takers. These people are hunters. These people are on their way out of business. They don't know the common courtesies of the world, and they take. And that's how they appear to their potential prospects as well, right? So the first thing is this. What you need to be aware of this is when you're going to help people is critical. For example, if you're doing some sort of call with a prospect and you're going through a process of getting to understand each other and know each other, etc., the worst thing you can do is to start solving their problem right then and there on the spot. Do not do that. Do not do that, okay? Your job is not to solve their problem right then and there, because the problem you're solving may not even be the right problem, may not even be the major problem they've got. Many people jump into coaching mode, right, and jump into helping mode to try and impress them with your knowledge and your expertise in the hope by giving this solution, maybe they'll come back and become a client of mine, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. People will use you and abuse you. They hear what you've got to say, oh, thank you very much for that, and then they'll stop listening to you because they want to go and check out your free information, okay? Serving people has got nothing to do with giving free information. Serving people is an intention you must have, but the serving is not to give information. The serving is to give them clarity of what's important to them, to get them to the darn truth of what's important to them, and then to give them a direction of where to go. This is not an easy conversation to have, but it's an enjoyable, satisfying one if you get it right. If you don't know how to do that sort of thing, I haven't got time in this 10 or 15-minute video to do it. Reach out to me and come and talk to me, okay? And I'll share that with you. If you don't know how to do that, it's a critical part of your business that you're missing out on, okay? You need to be able to show people how to get clarity, how to get to the real truth about things and what sort of direction they should take, okay? Talk to me if you need help there. Next thing is this. More important than anything else, your intention, by the way, of course, of being one of caring and sharing and helping. That's fine. but you're not helping by solving a problem. You're helping by clarity, right? But be careful. If your intention is to get a sale and all this other stuff is just to pretend, right, to be a nice person, but you really want the sale, right? What this means is this. Instead of having the intention about them, okay, where you serve and care for them, the intention is all about you. It's you and your sales target. It's you and your commission. It's you and your potential promotion. It's you and maybe your sales awards, whatever it is. Or it's you and putting food on the table, okay? It's you. If that's what you're really thinking behind the scenes, and be honest with yourself, if that's what you really are thinking, okay, and you're driven there, and I appreciate it, you're driven there because of desperation, because you really need the money, be aware of this, that your potential prospects will see it, hear it, feel it, and know everything about it from a mile away. And your potential success is very, very small. Okay? Please, if you are desperate for cash, the last thing you should do is try and sell something to anybody. Okay? That's not what you should be doing. What you need to do is try and put that aside. And this is easy to say, I know. Not easy to do. Put it aside and then have a damn good talk to yourself about being to serve people and be a giver, not a taker, right? We talked about takers before. Be a giver. Give the best you can to people. The more you give, the more you will get back in the most surprising ways. All right? Please, please, please remember that. So if things are tight with you, take the sales out of the picture. Get the serving with them. The intention to help your potential prospect with clarity, with the truth, and with some direction, okay? In other words, what you've got to do is this. You've got to be an advocate for them. You've got to be their knight in shining armor. That's what you've got to do, okay? And you will be a breath of fresh air if you can do that. Even if things are tough for you in the home front, even if things are tough for you cash flow wise, if you can adopt this approach, you've got a really good chance of getting someone to resonate with you, to relate with you, to listen to you, to believe in you, to trust and respect you. And if you can do that, then you've got yourself a sale, right? That's the message I'm trying to give to you. It's so important. By the way, if you can come from a heart-centered point of view, now women are better than this than men. I must admit this, but us guys, we can do this too. If you come from the heart, really from the heart, then it's more intuitive. People will feel that. If it's got to be real, it's got to be authentic, right? But they will feel that and they will see this, right? And you'll get sort of responses like, oh, I'll give you an example. Sanjay. Oh, Sanjay, I must tell you, I wasn't intending to buy anything of you in this particular call. I don't buy on the telephone. But there's something about you, Sanjay, that makes me feel like I can trust you. Makes you feel like that you're the person I've been looking for. This is the reaction you'll get from people if you're coming from the heart, and it's sincere and it's authentic. People will open up to you. As I said, women can do this better than us guys, but we can do it too if you are genuine about it, okay? Very, very important. Now, to do all this, let me finish with this. I'm going to keep it quick today. To do this, to have this approach, you need to have integrity. What in the heck does that mean? This is exactly what it means. You need to be willing, one, to turn people away. In other words, if they don't fit with you, then you tell them you are not the best fit for them either, okay? Now, that fit could be perhaps because they have a problem that you can't solve, then go out of your way to find someone to recommend to them. Don't try and say you can solve it, even if you know deep down inside in your heart you can't. That's just been a liar, right? Don't do that, right? So integrity. One, be willing to turn people away if you can't help them. Or be willing to turn them away if you are not really believing in them. In other words, they are not prepared to commit time, money, and effort to look after themselves. If they're not prepared to do that, you can't help them either. Turn them away, okay? Secondly, integrity means be willing to really listen. And really, what I mean really listen is uncover their real challenges. Truly uncover them. You will uncover things that maybe you don't want to hear. But you will do this, and by clarifying to them what's really important to them, you are doing the greatest service to them you possibly can. Is this easy? No, it's not. It's not easy to do this. So do not take their first answer to your question as what it's all about. Get them to expand this. If you ask a question, tell me, what is your biggest problem? For example, what is your biggest problem? Let's get an example, Terence James. Terence, what is your biggest problem you've got in your business right now? And Terence says X, Y, and Z. Tell me more, Terence. Why is that the case? Okay, and get him to tell you more. And keep digging and keep digging. And you've heard me say this before. Peel the onion. Get underneath, Terence. Get to the real issue. Because the real issue may be nothing to do with what he just told you. It could be something far deeper than that. Far deeper than that. And it's something perhaps that he's not even aware of. And this conversation with him will help him enormously. And that is, by the way, why you should never try to solve a problem for them on the way through this conversation, because the problem you're solving for them may not be the real problem they've got. That's what I tried to tell you before, right? Another reason why you need integrity is because you need to be willing to get to the truth. The truth, okay? That's critical. And the truth is, what is the truth for them and what is the truth for you? Both ways. Both ways. Get to what's really their truth, and then you be prepared to share your truth, whether you can or you cannot help. That's the key issue, right? Also, be willing to keep your coaching mouth shut. I've alluded to this before, when they mention a problem, don't try and impress them with your knowledge. Don't try and impress them with your skills. Hear what they've got to say. Don't try and solve the problem. Just keep quiet and confirm and clarify that is that the real problem? Is that the only problem? What is the impact on them? How do they feel about that? All these things, right? Get that right. This is where your integrity comes into it, right? And be quite frank with you, the last part is the hardest bit. And that is getting your prospective customer to not just accept what is the real truth to them, but then get them to sit in the pan and burn themselves, metaphorically speaking. Get them sitting in the pan where they feel the pain of not doing something about the problem we've finally uncovered for them. Get them to feel it, truly feel that pain, okay? Because if you can do that, then you put an emotion with a fact, and that's a powerful combination, okay? And if you can do that, you have clarified and done that prospective client a huge service. And when you serve people like that, they know that you are a rare animal, because you got them to admit to themselves something that other people have never got anywhere near, and maybe they've never even thought about it themselves, okay? And you help them put something on the table that they have to face, and then you made them squirm a little bit by making them simply sit in it and feel it, right? When you do that, the impact on that potential client is enormous. Will they thank you for it? Yes, they will. Do they feel uncomfortable at the moment? Yes, they do. Are they grateful for it? Yes, they are. Will they do business with you? More than likely. Why? Because they know, like, trust, respect you, because you had the guts. You had the intestinal fortitude to take them down that journey that far to expose what was truly the key issue for them. Something that had been hiding from themselves, or hiding from their family, or hiding from everybody else because of the ego and all these other things, right? Very critical. So let me finish with this. Your role, okay, in order to stop helping people and start becoming profitable, your role is not to convince people. Your role is not to try and persuade people. Your role is not to close them. Your role is not to pressure them. Your role with integrity is to come up with clarity, the truth, and a sense of direction. If you do that, you will have more sales opportunities than you ever thought possible. That is my real message to you. I truly hope this is sinking in, because it's one of the most important messages I've given you this year, okay? Truly, extremely important. If you're not sure how to do this, okay, if you're thinking, well, that sounds good, Peter, but what in the hell, how do I do that? Reach out and talk to me. Don't expect me to type it out because I'm in the world's worst. Reach out and talk to me, and we will take you through what you need to do, all right? Call to action today. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I hope you found this helpful. Leave me a like and a comment if you did. And if you think this video is worth other people watching, share it, because it's coming from my heart to you, okay? It is truly the truth. And that's what I want you to do with your potential clients. Stop helping them the wrong way, okay? Help them with clarity. Help them via integrity to get the truth. Don't help them by solving a problem, okay? Hear their problems, understand their problems, appreciate their problems, and only after all that, you may then put a potential solution together, not before. My call to action, if you need things like this, come and join me in my Facebook group, Your Next Level. You'll find it in Facebook. Just look for Your Next Level. Answer the 3 questions. If you don't answer the 3 questions, I'm not going to admit you. I want you to be part of the tribe, okay? If you're not prepared to answer the questions, then you're not really committed to be part of a tribe, all right? And the questions aren't difficult, okay? I just want to make sure you'll fit. That's what I told you in this video, right? I want to make sure you fit with my crew. That's what I'm asking you to do with your potential prospect. It's exactly the same thing. I hope you found that helpful. Okay, talk to you again in the near future. All the best for Thailand. Bye for now.